All right, so part of this journey of getting a console was figuring out how to integrate it here into my home studio and workflow. A close friend of mine, Aaron, who has a company called Danger Fox, designed a modern and professional studio desk that could house my console and act as the centerpiece of my entire home studio here. It's awesome.
So the original desk is the split bay. This is a version of the split bay. What's cool in the way we designed the split bay was that the center section can be really anything you dream. So the cool thing is like the outer right, the outer left pretty much stays the same as a split bay. And then you change up the center section. Now this one was a little more because we have to put a console in the center, so it's gonna be a bit heavier, a bit more extravagant.
Yes.
So, you know, some things that had to be extended back, had to be a little longer. I'm just listening to my kids in the background.
Oh, no, it's great.
Like, anyways, so yeah, so the center section you can really interchange. So for instance, let's say 6 months later, you get a bigger console. Right. But what you can do is, let's say you do get something like this and you upgrade to a bigger console or a smaller console, we can just take this center section out and build another center section for it.
Yeah.
Custom what you need. So your studio can evolve and you're not constantly having to change out your furniture, which is super cool. And it's really what I wanted. So it was the vision of this desk too.
So just a couple little features here. We've got these are bigger than the ones I've seen before. Look inside of there. Beautiful little signature logo engraving in there. You got them on the sides.
These monitor stands are 11 by 18.
Okay,
So on the 24U, they're 11 by 11.
Yeah.
And so they're a bit bigger.
8 rack spaces left and right. The way that this center section is designed is so that this console that's coming can slide right in this way, right?
That's great.
And essentially meet right up with the level of this front shelf here, so that it all fits like a glove and looks intentional and functional. I love underneath here, this design that you have going on, really clever for strength and support, but also just looks gorgeous.
Yeah.
And then on the back here, was this like a part of the original design, this little cable trough thing?
It is. It's not in the photos online because we actually did it post the original design, but we needed a brace there, but we didn't want to just put a brace there and it not be functional for something and be a waste.
Yeah.
So we actually made it to where it's cable way from bucket to bucket.
Beautiful. But yeah, I'm really, really excited. We're gonna take this apart.
Yep.
Make it fit in the RAV4.
Yes.
Drive it back tomorrow. Set it up the next day. You around on Sunday?
It should get together pretty smooth. And I don't think you'll have any issues, but I'm excited to see it in your place.
All right, we're home. Time to take this thing out.
Leg number 1.
I'm thinking I'll probably scoot it a little bit this way, so there's a little more space back here. Box 1, box 2, leg 1, leg 2, speaker shelves. These are pretty slick. They got the engraving in the middle now. I have no idea what I'm doing, so let's all just enjoy this process. So here's how we started. We put the leg attached to the bucket here, and then to attach the bucket, we use these leg bolts for these guys. Drop them in there, tighten them into the leg. Next, I popped on this panel, side panel, and there are side panel bolts, 3 of them. You pop them through, tighten them like so, not too tight, just tight enough to keep it on there, and then repeat the same process on the left side. Now I am moving to the center section of the desk, and I am going to do the cable run support, which is this piece here. And then the way that works is you get 6 of these guys. Now you're going to take this little topper off and that first silver washer off like so, and stick them right through this little cable run. This is how you want to leave the bolts on here, so they can slide right in to these grooves like so.
All right.
Now we got the cable run support on. Next is this little panel here. I think he calls it a rifle panel. And we've got 4 screws, so there's gonna be 2 on this side and 2 on this side. That's what's going in next. Okay, so I've got both of these inner panels on, and I'm not tightening anything on the center section just yet, or not too tight, so there's a little bit of give, so that when I put the other pieces in, just make sure that everything fits together nicely, and then I'll tighten it all together. Now these are the center supports. In order to put these in, you gotta put dowels in those sections. These are the dowels. So I'm gonna screw these in to these little holes here on each side. There is a rear, center, and front support. So I will put a dowel in each one of these screws, and that will support them, and then you can lock them in to these little lock guys. All right, so the center pieces are in. I gotta say, this is like surprisingly easy to put together. Like as far as time, I have no instructions for this, and it's coming together pretty fast. Here you can see on the dowels, you just lock them in, and then tighten that screw to secure everything. But I'm not going to tighten anything yet because I want to put this piece in first, and then I'll go underneath and I'll tighten everything together. Hercules is helping me. Love you, buddy. Yeah. This is the actual center top that will hold the console. Now it has 6 holes in it here, which are for the dowels. So I am going to put the dowels in that. I'll probably slide it in from the back. The place where the dowels are in this will lock into these 2 middle sections on each center support. And then once everything's in, then I'll tighten it all.
Okay.
Good job, Danger Fox. This is absolutely great. I guess we do the front shelves now, huh? I'm gonna do the rear shelves first. So here's the rear shelf, and you can see on one side you have holes for the dowels, and then on the other side you have these slots to be tightened over other dowels, which will go on this side. Pretty slick little design. All right, so let's put the 2 on this part and then snap it in. The shelves are on. The thing is put together. And, I mean, holy cow. It's glorious. Overall thoughts on the assembly, it honestly was shockingly simple. Now, to be fair, I think it took a little bit less time because we had already put it together at the shop. And so the legs were already assembled and the racks were already assembled. But otherwise, snapping everything together was very, very easy and very, very fast. Time to put the gear in there. All right, now I got the gear in the desk. It feels incredible. What an amazing desk. Hey, I can't wait for Gabe. You want to carry this up with me?
And me?
Yeah, and you, Jack. You can help too. Smash the like button. My wife carrying this console with me. Turn. All right. Got it? Yep. Put your hand to the front. Good job, Danger Fox. Holy cow. Holy crap. I I can't believe how perfectly it fits.
I'm like really happy it fits.
All right, I want to thank our friends at Sweetwater for sponsoring this video. I'm going to shout out a really cool channel strip mic pre from Grace Design. This is called the Roxy, and it's a pretty unique product in the sense that it's like a mic pre channel strip, but it's in a pedal form. I did a video on it. If you missed it, I did like a whole review and actually used it in the video. I'll put a link to that down in the description. But it's a really beautiful sounding mic pre. You've got an EQ down here. It's got a effects loop. And of course, it's a foot pedal, so it can go down on the stage. It's also got a boost feature. You've got a DI out. And like I said, an effects loop. Phantom power, the whole thing. Run your mic through. Really great sounding mic pre. Anytime I'm looking to get something captured super clean and not too much color, this is what I reach for. I'll put a link for it down in the description. Check it out if you're interested. Thank you, Sweetwater, for sponsoring this video. All right, so now it's been 8 months that I've been living with this desk, and I gotta tell you, it is absolutely fantastic. Not only is it completely functional for how I'm using it and what I need to do here in my studio, it's an absolute beauty. As I've mentioned before, and you've probably seen in other videos, I've had his other studio desk, the Genesis 24U, before. Now, I've also had the sidecars, and I also have the outboard racks. The way they build studio furniture is unbelievable. They're just absolutely brilliant design, but they're strong, sturdy. These are things that you buy. They're very expensive, but this stuff's gonna outlive me. It's extremely, extremely strong, durable, and it is as high-end as studio furniture as you could get. So yeah, I'm very happy with it. I actually don't keep the speakers on the desk. I keep the speakers on my sound anchors above and just behind the desk, but I actually use the speaker stands that come with the desk, basically surfaces to store stuff that I'm using, like my aux box and guitar pedals or supplies for the studio. And it just, I mean, it looks incredible, and it's been a fantastic addition to the studio. Now, if you're interested in checking out some of the Danger Fox furniture, amazingly, they are now available on Sweetwater. So I have Sweetwater affiliate links down in the description, and by all means, use those. Check out the different desks they offer. They actually offer a lot of different desks at very different budgets. This is probably the most expensive version of a studio desk that they make because it is custom for the console that you have. Now, if you're getting a console or you have a console and you want to get one of these custom console desks, you'll have to go directly to Danger Fox, and it's going to be a little bit more of a detailed process and longer process because they're going to literally design the centerpiece of this thing exactly for the console you're getting, and they want to make sure everything is done absolutely correctly. So it's a little bit of a timely process, but you have to go directly to them. If I did not have this console, I 100% would be going for that split bay desk. It is beautiful and it is super modern, and yeah, I think it's great. So if you want to check one of those out, there's links to them down in the description. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments. Really happy with mine. I know a lot of you have some of your own. The racks are fantastic as well, and yeah, we'll see you in the next video.